Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Maurice. Now, I know this movie didn't came out last week, but hey, better late than never. So let's talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. So Deadpool gets caught by the TVA because he has special abilities. They think he'd be a good asset and he can join the MCU. But the bad thing is his timeline is slowly dying. But the guy Paradox, who wants to be the main dude in charge of the TVA, wants to actually kill it, real quick. So now Deadpool has 72 hours to save his timeline, and he needs the help of Wolverine. So this movie has been out a week, and already it's getting ready to gross $1 billion. We already knew it was going to be successful, but then the second they said Wolverine and you got Hugh Jackman, it was a wrap. That's the main reason that everybody went to this movie. Besides Deadpool, I mean, come on. Come on. I feel like they've been teasing this since X-Men Origins. And finally it's here, and honestly, man, they did a fucking stellar job. Ryan Reynolds is still great. I mean, come on, man. He's been my boy since Van Wilder. I don't think I ever dislike anything he does. Now, the jokes, while I still love the jokes, I felt like this time I didn't laugh as much as the first two movies. And I think I'm going to put that on the writer's strike because, yeah, I think they even mentioned something about him not being able to ad lib as much because of the writer's strike. But I kind of felt that here. That being said, still funny as hell. And Ryan Reynolds kills it as always. But let's talk about Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I mean, I think this might be my second favorite portrayal after Logan. And in this movie, he's known as the worst Wolverine because of how he lost the X-Men. And honestly, I kind of thought that was whack because when he finally explained what happened, I was just like, really? Like, that's how you're the worst Wolverine? I wish they would have just used the story where, who was it? Fuck. Who was that character that Jake Gyllenhaal played in Spider-Man Far From Home? Was it Mysterio? I think it was Mysterio, yeah. When he made Wolverine think that all the X-Men were his enemies. So he went through and just started killing all the X-Men. That would have been a good story. Then I'd have been like, oh, damn, he really did that. But here I was just like, I don't really see that as you being the worst. I mean, come on. But that being said, like the whole movie, he's kind of like just pissed off, drunk all the time. Like they both have an arc in this movie, and that's to matter. I mean, Deadpool, he's not even Deadpool no more. He sells cars because he got turned down by the Avengers, so he doesn't, he got turned down by the Avengers. He broke up with Vanessa, so it's kind of like finding a purpose, trying to matter, and that's both of their arcs. Well, Wolverine's arc is to kind of like find purpose, make up for what he did, but I mean by the end of this movie, I feel like they both reached that, but the chemistry between the two of them. This movie is a buddy cop movie. This movie is a buddy cop movie because everybody complained about the story, and me personally, yeah, the story wasn't as strong, but who's here for the story when you have Deadpool played by Ryan Reynolds and Wolverine played by Hugh Jackman? Like I said, we've been wanting that all along. I mean, the marketing for this has just them two going back and forth, no matter if it's on Jimmy Kimmel's show or an episode of Hot Ones. Like, they are always just going at it, and that's what we get in this movie. Because this was the first time where I'm sitting there watching a Deadpool movie, and I'm just like, bro, you really don't shut the fuck up. Because that's Wolverine is just like going in on him the entire movie, bro. So it's like, yeah, you have that serious one, and then you have the wild one, the nutcase. This is a buddy cop movie, to where the story is okay, but what makes the movie good is the chemistry, is the two characters, and that's what we got here. And then when they sit there and have their one-on-one fights, yes. This is why we need R-rated Wolverine movies. Because Logan and this one just show how fucking brutal Wolverine is. And then when he's sitting there fighting someone that can also regenerate, it's just gruesome. It's fucking claws to the head like a million times. I mean, he stabbed him in the dick. I'm like, bro, like this movie is wild. And then on top of that, the cameos. Now it's fan service, but what I love about it is the fact that the characters are actually useful. Like they don't just show up and then they're gone. Like, oh hey, we got Magneto here. I'm just making that up. We got Magneto, and then Magneto's gone. Like, no, you have a character. He's gonna be here for a second, And then they're gonna, play a part like, okay, this person's here. Damn, they got killed. Now I know that the villain, is all about that business. Or okay, cool, we got a couple more cameos. They're gonna help us in the last act. But yes, the cameos. Well, my theater, my theater was ass. So I was the only one, rooting and hollering in the theater. But the cameos I did not expect. They were fucking great, and I pray to God that we get a movie for one of them. I'm not gonna say who, because if y'all have been staying on social media, then you haven't been spoiled for you. But man, they killed it with the cameos. Now, the villain. So we got the villain Paradox. He has a machine that's a timeline killer, but it's kind of like a mercy kill because he doesn't want timelines to just slowly wither away. He's just like, no, let's just knock it out just like that. I'll be a mercy killer, and he wants to be, the main dude on top of the TVA. Okay, that's cool and all. After he tells us his plan and he sends Deadpool and Wolverine to the void, then he's kind of like just gone. But then down in the void, we have Cassandra Nova, who is the twin sister of Charles Xavier. Now, her powers, I ain't gonna lie, them shits is wild. I mean, she's sitting there sticking her whole fucking hand and fingers through somebody's, like, face and just, reading their mind and shit. Like, she's wild and is a big threat, but at the same time, she also just kind of disappears. I mean, like, hell, even when they defeat her, and I mean, it's not a spoiler, she's a superhero villain, so she gets defeated. The defeat is whack. I'm like, really? That's how y'all got rid of her? That was horrible. But then again, the whole movie isn't about the story or the fucking villains. It's all about Deadpool and Wolverine. So where that flops, it's like, okay, they're gonna sit there and entertain and sorry, they're gonna entertain us for 2 hours and you're gonna be good. So yeah, but to sum it up, Deadpool and Wolverine, while the story and the villains is kind of lacking, the chemistry between the two leads are fucking phenomenal. I really hope Hugh Jackman stays for at least another movie or two. Hopefully, he shows up in the Avengers. The cameos were great. The action is awesome. I know that we all saw the opening credit scenes with Bye Bye Bye. Like, come on. I'm not really tired of it because I still blast the song at work along with Madonna Like a Prayer. So while this is not my favorite Deadpool movie, it's going Deadpool 2, Deadpool and Wolverine, and then Deadpool. It's still fun. It's still all enjoyable. Like, this is my favorite trilogy, superhero trilogy. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm sorry, ain't nothing touching this. Like, each movie is good. While they may have their problems, come on, man. You still enjoy it. You're still enjoying it. So, hey, if you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and check it out, man. It's going to be in theaters for a while. It's going to hit that $1 billion mark. So, yeah. And if y'all saw it, comment down in the theater. Comment down below and let me know what you think. And while you're down there, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And as always, I will see y'all next time. Peace! Oh, that was so whack. I got to cut that out. Like, that would have worked better if I actually had the fucking claws or something. But to sit there and just say, oh, I felt whack. Oh, I felt whack. By the way, Hugh Jackman at 55, I'm not going to lie. When the shirt came off, I was drooling. Oh my God, I really got to get in shape. Whoo. But yeah, peace.